Welcome back. There's no denying that public speaking is an important skill for any adult to have, but just the idea alone is terrifying to most adults, yet alone children. But today we'll be speaking to someone who has trained more than 1,000 children on how to speak on stage. Thank you, Mr. Johan for joining us today and speaking with us.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Right. So, off the bat, can you tell us a little bit about your background?
I'm Johan, the founder of Johan Speaking Academy. We have been in this business since year 2014. So by August 2018, it's about 4 years we are in this business. And I founded this business together with my co-founder, Miss Cherry Ho, who is also my wife. So yeah, we've been in this business for 4 years. And what does Johan Speaking Academy do? We actually teach kids in public speaking. So we have a few categories from 5 to 7 years old. We call that kiddos public speaking, right? Then 7 to 12 are the kids public speaking, and obviously 12 to 16, 17 are the teenagers group, teens public speaking. But our primary focus will be on the kids public speaking segment.
Now, there are many public speaking academies out there, also training courses and whatnot, but what would you say is your academy's core competencies?
Right, we have a few. Number one is collaboration.
Right.
So within my partnering branches, we do collaborate, and of course we bring kids to real life experiences. Example, we went to Sunway Lagoon, Losor Tambun, we spoke at KL Convention Center, Ikano Shopping Centers. These are real life experience. So within my licensed partner, we collaborate and we do this outdoor activity. Second is actually creativity. And we need to be actually innovating a lot. So creativity is part of our core competency in our business. And also after 4 years, thankfully last year, we actually won the Creative Young Entrepreneur Award for the company. So creativity is the heart of the business. And of course, third one is communication. So we really actually talk a lot. What are our problems? How do we solve this? How do we market? So we actually brainstorm and share a lot of ideas. So the 3 C's, which is creativity, collaboration, and communication, are our core competencies.
Like any other business out there in today's climate, there are many challenges. So what would you say are the challenges that your business specifically meets?
I would say is actually educating the market. The year we started, even until today, we have to keep on educating the market. Now the perception of a lot of, I think it's the education system. So a lot of parents are focusing on those A's. Of course, that's good. We don't want to go to a doctor or dentist who doesn't score A's and they don't know what they're doing. So that is really important. But what about soft skills to actually complement these academic results? So we have to keep on educating the market. So those enrichment centers like us, we are more of a secondary product compared to tuition centers, which are the main products. So we're actually educating and trying to shift the mindset, how important soft skills are. So that is one thing externally. And then one more is within ourselves, or maybe even in the industry, is to actually get good or great teachers. That is not easy, because teaching is not a sexy profession per se, and it's not really preferred, but it's actually a very important. Education is actually the backbone of even a country. So that is our challenges, to actually find great teachers and also to educate the market.
What would you say are the current consumer trends and behaviors in the education sector? Because as we know, parents today are very hands-on compared to like 10-20 years ago. So would you say that parents today are more willing to fork out cash for their children to get all these extra classes outside of school?
Yes. Actually, parents are slowly into this. And parents, they do work their whole life to actually give a very good education to their kids. The trend is actually from newspaper. In 2015, I read that in Job Street, 60% of employers actually reject candidates due to poor communication skills. And from NST, they said Malaysian students are unwilling and unable to actually speak up. So that is why the needs are actually there. And even my student at 12-year-old, they actually asked for my assistant to help them for interview sessions, to go into boarding schools. And we see a lot of pitching programs right out there, or even how to pitch yourself in an interview. So these are becoming more and more important. Of course, the urban city parents know, they're spending money on that, but more on outskirts, we still need to reach out to them. So
So how would you say your academy plans to continuously improve and grow within the education sector?
We will actually continue to innovate and be creative. Public speaking started in 2014. As time goes by, we actually add on a few other programs. Example, our kids YouTubing. So they have to speak in front of a video camera. This is a speaking academy. And I realized a great public speaker doesn't mean they can be a great newscaster like you. Or if you are a really good newscaster, doesn't mean you can be a very good radio, or even you become a good MC. So these are all different skill sets. But it's all about speaking. So we innovate and we created kids YouTubing, and then even kids MC. So kids MC, my students were actually my wedding MCs. Last year. So and then we have a kids tour guide program. They actually learn to be tour guides. And then of course we also brought them to different places to enhance their skill. So we need to constantly innovate to be improving and growing.
So now, what would you say are the long-term goals for your company? Like, where do you see the Johan Speaking Academy headed towards?
Right now we have actually 10 locations running our program. I license them out. So our next target is actually to go to franchise, to franchise the business. Of course, we have to get prepared for the SOP, operating procedures, teachers manual, and more things. And we are actually wanting to go not only in Malaysia but out of Malaysia to Southeast Asia country and also Asia countries. Because compared Asian kids compared to Western kids are more outspoken, whereas Asian kids are more disciplined, but we want them to actually speak up and build their confidence, because this skill is actually very vital. Once you have that confidence and the skill, you can actually bring it forever in your life, and that is actually a very important skill to have. That is our plan.
Right. So thank you so much for speaking with us today. And there you have it, the demand drivers and the consumer trends in today's education sector. And with that, I conclude this edition of Capital News. I'm Trisha Patel, signing off.